Yo guys, what is up? It is Teachers Game 2 coming at you again with another video here, and I am here right now to show you one of the most overpowered spots in all of Aberration for a solo or a small tribe, and two, how to build. You can see the spot up here, it's kind of cheesy. It's up in the ceiling and it's a flat space that you can build in. And then also how to build a tech turret area with the blinding light. Now, I'm going to use a similar design to something I've used in the past, but a little bit smaller. So let's go ahead and show you how to do it. All you're going to need, some foundation, and it's going to be very similar to what I've done in the past. Obviously, it's not going to work right here, which is unfortunate, but you know, oh, maybe it will. You never know. Sometimes it does. And we're going to have to use ceilings there instead, which is fine. We can also use this guy here. And we are just fine as again. So we just don't want people getting underneath this thing. I just, for my own personal sake, I do like turning these to blocks so it looks universal, which in my opinion makes it a lot better. I mean, it just looks like you're not quite sure what you're attacking. But that's my personal opinion. You can say what you want. It's up to you. Now, what we're going to do is really easy. You are literally just going to create a miniature box. Now, you will have a tech generator in the middle of this thing. I'm going to go ahead and turn that tech generator on before I close it in there. I would normally put a door on this, however, I'm lazy right now and I'm not feeling like doing that. So what we're going to do is you're just going to take this guy right here, put some element in there, activate that power, and I'm just going to turn it on to max, just so that way we can actually build a couple of turret towers up here and I can show you what it's like. So right there, you can see what we're doing. We're just boxing this guy in. Okay, come on. There it goes. There it latches on. Now see how we've got a 3x3 on the bottom and then a 1x1 right there? Totally what we're looking for. Now, the next thing is you're going to take some sloped roofs or sloped walls just like this, and you are going to literally place these guys. So you've got this going on, and it's kind of like a pyramid. If you've seen these designs before that I've built, the pyramids are really a good way to go because you maximize the amount of firepower you have, aiming in any direction that you can. Now, there are tons of ways to raid. However, this will help you defend against the raid, which is the hope, obviously. And you're going to use the sloped. Boom, come on, come on, come on. I know you want to. Sloped roofs. And the reason you're using sloped roofs is, again, maximizing that turret coverage. It's up to you how you want to do this, but, I mean, this is what I do. I like the sloped roof. Oh, come on, there it is. So you can see, right now, we've got a little bit of a pillbox, if you want to call it that. Now, we're just going to build another one of these right down here, and if you haven't, I guess if you're, like, still trying to figure out how I built this, go ahead and watch. It's really easy. It's literally this easy. I don't know if I'll even be able to place the ceilings here, but it's not a huge deal if I can or can't. Oh, I can. We're good. So, and we're going to build two of these things because the more, obviously, I'm sure you understand this, the more turret coverage, the better off you are. And the more separated towers, the better off you are, because you do not want somebody trying to raid you and then blowing one tower and being good. You want to have as many as possible. Now, if you wanted to, obviously, you could put another tech Jenny in here. You don't have to. I'm covering it. Put a door on it, all that stuff so you can access it. And oops, I have to take down the ceiling first. I forgot that tech generators make you do that. So put this guy in here. Boom, it's in there. And we have this. Now some of you are going to be like, why are you using tech generators? The reason is because the tech lights get powered by them. And that's literally the only reason. So we're going to go ahead and place this here again. As you can see, we're literally building the exact same tower design. I love this tower design, super defensive, and it's got different layers, and I'll show you what the layers look like in a second here. And it's really as simple as it sounds. You're just going to be placing this. Oh my goodness, what just happened? Okay, please, maybe. Okay, so these are also great pillboxes for if you're ever raiding somebody. This is a great design because it's easy to throw up, super fast, and a 3x3 can be placed almost anywhere. As you can see, there's a little bit of a slant right here. And that's kind of, it still works just fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place down our pillars. We're going to go 4 high on these guys. And the reason that we're going 4 high is because you want coverage shooting down. Now, you can see, boop, oh, maybe 4 high can't work right here. So it doesn't matter if you can't go 4 high. The point is that you want to be able to basically spread out a T-pose or an X off of this stuff. And when you spread out that X, you are going to place these guys, come on, that'll work, I guess, these metal hatch frames, And the point of these guys is to stick over the edge so they can shoot down on people trying to get up to your thing, because you want to shoot people off their tames. There are no flyers in Aberration, so it's super OP if you can shoot down on people because it shoots them off of their Monagamers, Rock Drakes. And I'm not even sure the Desert Titan could get up here, but if it could, it's going to be iffy. And it would get soaked by the air. I mean, it would just get destroyed by turrets pretty fast, which is nice. And there is no accessing this with the other Titans, which is nice. So you only have to worry about the one Titan, which is super OP. You can place as many of these guys down as you want for the giant hatch frames. That's obviously up to you. I'm going to spawn in a couple more just so I can show you what it looks like for these giant hatch frames. But that's something that I'm going to do. So it's up to you if you want to. Oops, wrong button. There we go. So basically place them like this. You can see these ones are overlapping, which is not a big deal. I don't care at all, honestly. That's just, you know, my personal opinion, because the more turrets I can fit up here, the better off I am and the happier I am as a player, because it means less people are going to be able to get into my base. Now, if you wanted to, it looks like this guy's not going to let me place because it's too close together, but, you know, there are worse things. Oh, well. You can also, what's really neat about these tech, not these tech frames, but there are places you can, oop, there we go, right there's what I'm looking for. You can also place these on the corners of your thing right here, and it shoots out over the ground, and I'm going to walk over here. Hopefully there's no earthquakes. Look at the kind of coverage you get right here. It shoots down and onto things, and you can set it to medium so it doesn't even attack that lower pillar down there. So this is a really OP turret design tower. Now, what makes it really dangerous has nothing to do with what I've placed down already. I'm going to take, oh, this is way too heavy. We're going to go ahead and split these guys in half and see if I can carry that. Much better. So tech lights. Now this is where the turret towers get scary, because you load this thing up with some tech lights, people can't see, and it's a pain in the butt. Powered, turn on, and look at this. You can see the point that I'm trying to make here, because we're just going to load these corners up with tech turrets, super cheap, and as long as you have a tech Jenny powering them, they're super, you see the intensity's high here. It's blinding, especially on Aberration. Look at that right there. It is insanely OP. Now we're just going to place 5 per little tile right here, and it basically makes it so bright for you that you cannot see to attack this thing. Now you can see what I'm doing here. Turn on, turn on, turn on, turn on. It's going to get real laggy really quick. Now you can place a bunch more of these on this side over here. You can already see that I'm starting to lose my vision, which is kind of crazy to think about, because it's like these things are that OP. And now we're starting to get somewhere because I am losing vision. All right, so we're going to place 4 more of these guys right here. Da-da-da. And now we're starting to see, look how bright it is. It is like blindingly bright right there. But on this backside, you're fine, because these tech lights are directional. So they are basically pointing at people that would be looking at your base. And you can change the position of them, so place them in different ways and all that kind of stuff. But again, the point of this is very simple. You're just trying to stack them in an area where people are blinded by them. Now, yes, it is possible to still hit. However, the more difficult it is for somebody to raid, for example, putting these lights on, the better off you are. So you can see what I'm doing right here. All kinds of tech light. And I'll show you what it looks like from the side. It is going to be a beacon, so you have to accept that fact, and not much you can do about that. And here's the next neat part. These guys go on walls. Oh, nope, wrong button. And basically, we're just directionally placing these on things. Just like this. And it just blinds people. So, again, the point is to avoid and let people just get blinded by these tech lights, because they're directional. And place as many as you can down. Yeah, it does cause a lot of lag, so I will apologize about that. But looking into these things, even super close like this, where you're supposed to be able to see, can be very dangerous. So you can see I'm just loading this guy up right now. Oops, turn on, turn on. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're trying to raid this thing, because it's a pain in the butt. It really is. Turn on. Turn on, turn on, there. Now, obviously, I've got a ton more, but here's the... Now, check this out. That site, yes, blindingly bright. This side, not bad at all. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on fly mode so I can show you this. Now, first off, I showed you this part of the map. It's a really OP location. Now, look at that. Now, obviously, you can put more stuff up there, But look how blinding that is right there. Even on an aberration map, you're looking at this thing and you're like, man, I can't really tell where the turrets are. And if you put enough on there, you literally cannot tell. These things are directional, so if you can find a way to face them down too at somebody, really, really nasty. Let's go ahead and show you what I mean by that. Face these guys down. They will snap on the bottom of things too. So you can turn these guys on, and there's all kinds of just death you can cause with these things. Because think about it this way. You can sit up here and snipe because they won't be able to see you sniping at them. Now theirs are facing down now. Now if you're beneath this guy, we're going to go ahead and go right over here. Look at that. How am I going to see somebody sniping up on top of that? So you just place a ladder and start sniping at somebody. They can't hit you back. Now that is the benefit of this thing. It is blinding. You can do whatever you want, and the attackers are going to have a hard time seeing where you are. Now, obviously, you still have to place the turrets down, but you can see the point of these tech lights because they are just like, look at this. If I'm looking at this right now, I have no idea when somebody's shooting at me and where they're shooting me from. I'm going to win that sniper battle if I'm the defender every single time. Now, I'm going to transfer some turrets too because I just want to show you what it looks like. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put these turrets up on the highest level, and you can obviously see what I'm trying to do here. And I'm just going to put a couple down so you can see what I'm talking about. And it really works well in Aberration because it's a super dark map, which is the benefit of this map. I love Aberration. It's probably one of my favorites because I mean, first off, it's a well done, gorgeous map. And, you know, I don't mean to sound rude. I really don't like flyers because I feel like there's just so many cheesy things you can do with flyers. Whereas, you know, on this map, without flyers, there's a lot of, like, defensive things that you can actually do and not just get shenaniganed away from things. Place a couple more turrets here, and I'll show you what it looks like to have these guys shooting down on you because you can't even see them. Now I'll place another one over on this side just to show you what it looks like because there's not as much tech light over here, not as much coverage. So let's go ahead and go down here and look up at this stuff. Now, look at that. You can, I mean, I guess I can distinguish, and I'm super close right now. I can see 2, maybe 3 of those turrets. So when I'm getting close as an attacker coming from down there, I've got no idea what I'm walking into. I'm walking into a death trap. I just don't know it. So I get up here, and I'm like, oh man, I can't see. Whoever's sniping me, I can't see them, so I can't counter snipe. Whatever turret is shooting me, I don't know if they're down or not. All I can tell you is that I'm being shot or I'm not being shot. Tech light towers are super OP. Now, the more coverage you have, the better off you are. You can see that I've got this right here. I can't see. Look at that. Crazy, crazy design. Super OP. There are lots of ways to customize this, but this is kind of showing you a way that I do it with the pyramid. So you've got the maximum hitting people with that tech light, so it's blinding for them. You want to try and aim as many at your opponent as possible, so you could put as many down as you wanted to. I'm pretty sure they even latch onto this guy right here. Maybe? There it is. Yep, it does. So you can latch them onto underneath these, what is it called? There it is. The giant hatch frames as well, and they point down, aiming at people. Really just disgusting OP. So as you can see, super dangerous designs. You can customize these however you want. You can use Plant X. You can use anything. But think about it this way. You've got turret coverage. You've got light coverage, so you can snipe. There's all kinds of defensive opportunities. Yes, every base is rateable. No matter who you are, every base is rateable no matter how good you are. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. But what does matter is that you are basically giving yourself the best chance possible. Now this spot on the map, just so you can see again, 39.0, 61.6, and it is an OP spot because you're on the ceiling. You can put some more tech lights and turrets over there too and just create yourself a giant death hole because you have to come up into it, and there's no real super good way to do it. And put some Velonosaurs there too. You've got Velonosaurs that are covered by the tech lights. It's a big problem because they'll knock things out of the sky for you too. So super OP designs. Hopefully you enjoy this, and if you don't mind leaving a like and a subscribe, that'd be awesome. Teachers Game 2 out.